I just told you I didn't want to do no interviews, and you said you are going to do interviews. Now you told me to do interviews. Now you're trying to take me away from them. No. Let me show Dante's Boxing Nation some love.
You've made it perfectly clear that you want Tank next. We spoke about it, I know you said it in the ring. If you can't get that fight next, what do you think is realistic for you besides Tank?
I want Devin Haney. I want another world champion, simple as that, or I mean, there's only one world champion at 140, you know, it's dark to say that I doubt that will be able to be made happen, but like I said, I still want a world champion. That's all I want, world champion, so I can get another belt to match mine.
If I'm so easy, fight me and fucking whoop my fucking ass. But no, cause he knows he's a chinny, frail ass little bitch.
Boy, that didn't take too long at all, did it? So after weeks and weeks of Romero saying that he wants to fight Devin Haney, and if he doesn't get the Tank Davis fight, then his next option would definitely be Devin Haney because he has a belt. Now you fast forward to present day, and Rolly is now saying that he has no interest at all in fighting Devin Haney. He says it's a waste of time. Now he says that he wants to fight Tank Davis, which would be justified. If he were to get the Tank Davis fight next, then Rolly would truly be a man of his word. But if he doesn't get the Tank Davis fight, and then he goes out and he fights someone else lesser than Devin Haney, then his reputation is going to take an even worse hit than it's already taken right now. Let me go ahead and play the clip of exactly what Rolly just said following the Guillermo Rigondeaux fight.
You just saw Casimiro defeat Rigondeaux. What do you think, bro?
Man, I'll be honest, man, I thought Rigo won, man, but Rigo did Rigo more. Prime Rigo would have demolished and murdered him.
What do you think about Rigo's style tonight? With a lot of moving around, a lot of hyper mobility, man. What do you think about his style tonight?
Like I say, he's a lot younger. He's a lot younger, man. Rigo's a lot older. Younger Rigondeaux would have murdered him. The younger Rigondeaux would have knocked him out and flatlined him.
Flatlined his ass.
Flatlined him.
And one more thing, Rolly, I've been seeing a whole bunch of back and forth with you and Devin Haney. What's going on with that?
Devin Haney's a waste of time. I want Gervonta Davis. I'm gonna ask you, who you rather see? Rolly Haney or Rolly Tank?
Both are great fights for me,
Which
bro.
one would you rather see?
I'm gonna get a better
Which one? Say it again. Let me hear you.
Which one's the more entertaining fight? Which one's the more explosive fight? Pick it. Which one's the more accomplished champion?
Definitely, I'd have to say Tank.
Okay, the answer is right there. I go for big fish. I don't go after fucking email champ. He a bum. He a bum with no chin, like that.
A bum with no chin. What makes you say that Devin's got no chin, Rolly?
Man, he got hurt with Venom blood, man. By Linard, a frail ass fighter.
What do I always tell you guys? A microphone and a camera is the most dangerous weapon in the world. I sometimes wonder, do people even realize that everything you say on camera, it's not like it just disappears and no one ever sees it again. Once you send it to the internet, it lives forever on the internet. It doesn't matter if you upload it and delete it right away. It's already there. So my question is, why would this man, Rolly, why would he just say like 3 days ago? He just posted this image right here that you guys are looking at, where it says, I'm waiting on Devin Haney to sign the contract. And then 3-4 days later, now he's saying Devin Haney's a waste of time. Basically he said he has no interest in the fight at all. Because notice, he didn't even say, I want Tank Davis. If I don't get Tank Davis, we're taking the Devin Haney fight. That would have made a lot more sense, and it would have helped him save face. People could respect that if he would have said that. But now he's going the Ryan Garcia route. You guys remember when Ryan Garcia, he gassed up the Tank Davis fight, and then out of nowhere, when we thought that they were in serious negotiations, all of a sudden Ryan Garcia says, guess what, guys? I'm fighting against Manny Pacquiao. That fight turned out to be a joke. Even his own promoter said he didn't know what this man was talking about. He's doing it all for Instagram. And you would think the most logical thing to do if he really wanted a Tank Davis fight is to go back and negotiate with Gervonta. Matter of fact, if he really, really wanted the Tank Davis fight, he would have never stopped negotiating with Tank Davis. And the Pacquiao fight would have been the backup plan. Or he could have just negotiated with both of them to see who was serious. We already knew that Tank Davis was more than serious. Tank wanted the fight so bad, he said he's even willing to give Ryan the A side. Tank said, I don't even care about the A side. I just want to knock him out. So if Rolly doesn't get the Gervonta Tank Davis fight and still doesn't fight Devin, he pulled a Ryan Garcia. Or maybe I could say he pulled a Gary Russell. Because Gary Russell, who once again was calling out Devin Haney, and once Devin started putting a lot of pressure on Gary to take the fight, all of a sudden, Gary Russell said, I'm going to send them a term sheet, right? He said, I'm going to send Devin a term sheet when he was live on Instagram. He said, by the time this live is up, they would have already gotten the term sheet. And to this day, that term sheet still hasn't reached Devin Haney. That's very analogous to what Rolly just did a couple days ago when he said, I'm waiting on him to sign the contract. Or I could say Rolly is going the Teofimo route. Teofimo did the exact same thing when he was negotiating with Kambosos and telling the whole boxing world that he was going to fight Devin Haney, and he wanted that fight no matter what. He said he didn't even care if Devin Haney lost to Linares, he still wanted the fight because he wanted to knock him out. He also said, I'm sending contracts out to both Kambosos and Devin Haney. Whoever signs the contract first is who I will be fighting. Jojo Diaz just recently said, whoever agrees to take the fight first out of Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, that's who I'm going to fight. Which makes absolutely no sense because he just fought in a title eliminator for Devin Haney's belt. Nevertheless, he's pretty much saying the same thing that Teofimo said, that Rolly said, and Ryan Garcia said. So this is getting ridiculous, guys. This is truly getting ridiculous. I've never seen a fighter at this age be so avoided. Devin Haney is the biggest boogeyman in the sport of boxing. He done snatched that title from Errol Spence, from Terrence Crawford. There's nobody messing with Devin Haney when it comes to being avoided. It's funny when you hear fighters make these excuses, and you even hear fans now making the excuse, oh, it's because he's the email champ, he has a fake belt, etc., etc., etc. You know what Devin Haney should really do? He should call their bluff and say, okay, well, I'll tell you what. How about I vacate the belt? And then you can either fight me for the vacant belt, or I'll step aside, and as long as you agree to the terms, you go ahead and you fight whoever you want to fight for the vacant belt. But once you get that belt, you have to fight me next. Just like Canelo Alvarez did with Avni Yildirim. Avni, he stepped aside so Canelo could fight Caleb Smith first, as long as he gets the guaranteed shot next. So that eliminates all the excuses of email champ right there. I mean, but even if Devin Haney didn't do all of those things like vacate the belt or whatever the case may be, if you truly felt that he was the quote unquote email champion, you should feel like, let me go ahead and take his belt and represent it the right way. I'm going to take his belt and I'm going to become the real champion in this division, right? That's how you should be thinking. You don't avoid someone because you feel they don't deserve to have the belt. That's supposed to be more of a reason for you to take the belt from them because you feel they don't deserve it like you do. But they would never say or do that because the truth is they feel that Devin Haney is too dangerous of an opponent. They feel it will be very, very difficult to get a win over this very gifted, talented fighter. Of course, they're never going to say that, but we all could read between the lines. When you keep contradicting yourself left and right on a camera, on a microphone, then we already know what time it is. So I can't wait to see who Tank Davis is going to decide to fight next, because once again, if Tank doesn't announce the Rolly fight, then Rolly is going to have a lot of explaining to do if he doesn't take the Devin fight and Devin is still available. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. Fellas, I've got some great news for you. If you've lost your hair or have a receding hairline, the time has come when you can finally get your hairline back through a process called scalp micropigmentation. So here's how it works. It's a hair tattoo that replicates the look of your hair follicles when you have fully shaved it down. So to get this hookup, make sure you follow and contact my man Scalp Carolinas on Instagram. Contact them at 704-499-3471. And make sure you follow them on Instagram. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, then this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called Elo Deki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to elodeki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram.